All right, welcome. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on how the websites you use every single day actually work, and I'm willing to bet it's not how you think.
You heard that right. This one, kind of funny idea of a napping server has completely revolutionized the internet. It's made everything we use faster, way cheaper, and a whole lot smarter. But to really get why these napping servers are such a game changer, we first have to take a quick look at the old way of doing things, which, trust me, came with some major headaches. So in the past, running a website was a lot like renting a big empty office. You had to pay a fixed price for your server space every single month, whether you had thousands of visitors or nobody at all. Yeah, this old model was just incredibly inefficient. If your website suddenly got popular, it would slow to a crawl until you scrambled to manually upgrade your server. And then, when traffic died down, you were stuck paying for all this extra capacity you weren't even using. It was just this constant, expensive guessing game. Okay, so developers clearly needed a better way, and that need led to two really brilliant innovations that now pretty much power the entire modern web. The first big solution is called serverless. And the name is a little misleading because the servers don't actually disappear. What disappears is the headache of managing them. Cloud providers like Amazon Web Services or Google Cloud, they handle all that back-end stuff for you. And this right here, this is our napping server in action. By default, the server is just asleep, but the moment a user makes a request, it instantly wakes up, runs the code it needs to, sends back the response, and then, if nothing else comes in, it goes right back to sleep. No wasted energy, no wasted money. It's brilliant. So solving that efficiency problem was huge, but it didn't solve the problem of speed. At the end of the day, data still has to travel across the globe. And that physical distance, it creates a delay we call latency. And the solution to that is something called a Content Delivery Network, or CDN. You can think of it as a global network of servers that acts like a super smart delivery system, storing copies of a website's content in key places all over the world. It's kind of like this. Instead of shipping a package from one single factory every single time an order comes in, you just store copies of your product in local warehouses everywhere. That way, the delivery is almost instant for everyone, no matter where they live. And the difference is just dramatic. Let's say a user in Pakistan requests some data from a main server in the US. They're going to feel that delay. But with a CDN, their request just gets routed to the nearest server, maybe one in Mumbai, and the response feels almost immediate. This is exactly why modern websites feel so snappy. So we've got these two incredibly powerful tools, serverless for efficiency and CDNs for speed. But how do developers actually combine them without giving themselves a massive headache? Well, that's where frameworks like Next.js come in. A framework is like a toolkit and a set of instructions all rolled into one. It gives developers a simple, standard way to build apps that automatically use the power of serverless and CDNs. Basically, they just get to focus on writing code, and the framework handles all the complicated stuff. Now, a really key piece of this puzzle is the API, or Application Programming Interface. An API is basically like a translator or a messenger. It's just a set of rules that lets the website you see in your browser talk to those napping serverless functions in the cloud, telling them exactly what data to wake up and send back to you. And the commands an API uses are surprisingly simple. They're a lot like ordering at a restaurant, actually. A GET request is just like reading the menu. POST is placing a new order. PUT is changing your order, and delete, well, that's canceling it. Frameworks like Next.js make setting up these simple, powerful rules incredibly easy for developers. Okay, so let's zoom out. What does all of this invisible infrastructure actually mean for you, for me, and for the people who are building the web? Well, the result is a massive win-win. For us, the users, it means blazing fast websites and much more reliable services. And for developers, it means huge cost savings, automatic scaling, and, this is the big one, more time to focus on actually creating great things instead of rustling with servers. This quote really just captures the whole revolution perfectly. It's all about hiding the complexity. By taking all the difficult parts of infrastructure and tucking them away behind simple tools, developers and creators are empowered to focus on what they do best, building amazing things for all of us. This whole shift from managing physical things to managing intelligent code, it's really just the beginning. The simple idea of a napping server woke up and literally changed the web forever. It really makes you wonder, what other invisible infrastructure is about to wake up and change our world next?